Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. In addition to all of that, if you are interested in joining our community as a player, we have open slots available. This game, the Saturday early game, the Tuesday early game as well, all of which have slots open and available for you. If you're interested in becoming a player, be sure to reach out and let me know. But without further ado, go ahead and tell us what happened last session, Zurazar.
So we headed to the platform where the Maruts, don't
Maroots.
Maruts, and they didn't seem to react to us. So we took a bit of a breather to heal up after dealing with the weird eagles. We found the name Kolyarut on each of the Maruts, and none of us knew the name, but Argon realized it was Venus, at least in nature. We moved to the center of the ice with the Maruts watching us the entire time, but they didn't do any thing to stop us. Argon cast Wall of Force and a dome around us, and Braska and Fortune started bashing at the ice. The Maruts attacked the dome, making very short work of it, cracking it open. Uh, they look at Fortune's shield and say something none of us understands. And in rapid succession, myself, Braska, Fortune, and Capriccio were teleported away. Argon tried to put another dome up, but again, they blasted through it and teleported him along with us. We found ourselves in nothing but robes facing a tribunal of celestial beings. We are to stand trial individually to determine if we are able to go to well or will be killed. Capriccio was interviewed by Liel. Myself, Zuzar, was interviewed by Athenius, Braska by Vigilus Solaris, and Argon by Freya, Bjorn's daughter. We were interviewed individually and simultaneously. First, they asked why we want to go there. We find out they were not aware of Trent, and it seems he's been able to hide from them. They want to know what skill of threat he is. As far as we know, he is currently a global threat. We are then asked if we know what is at the end of eternity. The final question is to see if we are going willingly, and if it comes down to it, to sacrifice a companion to accomplish the goal of destroying the phylacteries. Argon and Capriccio agree they would, the others do not. They decide we can proceed, but only Argon and Capriccio can stay to cast the phylacteries, as only we are ready to make the full sacrifice, or they are ready to make the full sacrifice. Fortune, Zurzar, and Braska are marked with wristbands. They warn us we will find guardians at the end, and we are not allowed to let them leave, and we cannot give them hope. We get back to the ice, and we're able to break through it and head down through the various gates till we reach one that's blocked. Argon dispelled it, holding the plug in place, and Braska moves it out of the way. On the other side, Zurzar and Capriccio are drawn to the orb in the sky. The rest were greeted by a halfling named Harry Smoothbottom, and he tells us the orb is called Exandria. He tries commanding us to leave, but eventually we convince him that we're not just here to destroy something, not release whatever they're holding here. He seemed desperate to know if we know about the sacrifice he and his companions are making here. Capriccio warns Argon about not giving hope, so he admits that he has never heard of them. Eventually, he shows where the end will arrive tomorrow and leaves us. We set up camp for the night, and eventually another member of the group comes to see us, a large tiefling named Lucifon the Morning Star. After talking to Argon and Braska for a bit, he then introduces his companion, named Luna. She's a major condescending bitch, and Argon gets a little snippy with her. They want to know if we had heard someone named Byron, but no one has. He wants us to kill him if he does pop up. Evidently, this group has been changed by someone named Kessium to make sure that Exium does not escape this place. Argon remembers that they have met Luna at Hedge's funeral. Evidently, this was a mistake, as it gives them a little too much hope that their daughter Claire lives. She now wants Argon to transport them somewhere, but Capriccio makes sure he doesn't. After the night passes, Capriccio sees the end coming in over the ocean, so he and Argon take the phylacteries, and the others head back to the plug to the other side. At the shore, Lucifon sets a magical device that resets time by 1 week. It seems they have to relive the last week over and over to keep Exium trapped here. He asks if Hedge was happy at the end, but Capriccio keeps Argon from answering. We must leave before the end reaches the shoreline, and he pushes the button. We don't need to seal the exit behind us, but we will need to kill anything that falls to the other side.
So, we are beginning with the two of you standing there. Right after the other three had to walk away. Is there anything that Zurazar or Braska are going to do, or that you ask Forgem to do, before, well, this all goes down? Anything to try to help them?
I don't really have anything to give them that would help, honestly.
Opening the opportunity.
I don't know if I really want to give this up, but I do have one thing that probably would be helpful. I have a potion of Storm Giant Strength.
For Capriccio, yes. Strongest damn fairy ever. So,
I want to reiterate that I'm stronger than the wizard.
yes,
That's not
but
a
you're
fucking
not
accomplishment.
stronger than a storm giant.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying.
A stiff breeze is stronger than the wizard.
And I have strength of 10 and the ability to carry double my normal amount. I'm not that weak physically.
Sure. Let him have this.
Whatever, Braska. I don't think I need it, Braska. I have magical ways if necessary, but thank you for the offer.
Yeah, I also have magic.
All right.
Yeah, I really don't have anything on my side.
Okay then.
Otherwise, I have a bunch of useless shit. Think of you that would help.
Here's a bell.
I got a shell. I got some weed.
The weed might help.
We might have.
Take the edge off at least.
I'm good, but thank you.
So, everybody leaves. Remaining on the beach is Argon, Capriccio, Harry, and Luna. The two of them are giving you a wide berth. Sitting there, away from the device, doing their best to not dwell on this oblivion that they now have to go into. I would like a perception check from both of you. This is going to be the first encounter.
So basically, you want a perception check from Capriccio.
Yes.
He wasn't going to say that, but
I'm too busy studying the device that has chronomancy magic and from a distance. I'm not trying to draw ire by interfering.
Oh, that's not it. This one, right? Capriccio. The two of you are on the beach. And you notice a good few hundred feet out across the ocean. The sky is not just dark. It's empty. Clouds seem to be drifting away from you. The lightning in the sky seems to arc around and then get dragged towards it. You hear the call of these loud birds beginning to push away hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them flocking overhead. As now, you can see Exandria's arrived. This act of nature, this force unforetold by your realm, it sends a little shake up both of your spines. You both feel taken aback as it is pointed out to you, Argon. It's one thing learning about all of this, but physically seeing it is terrifying. I need both of you now to give me wisdom saving throws. Success, success. As you stand there, staring out into Exandria, you feel that weight of hopelessness pull over top of you, but both of you shrug it off as you realize now you need to get this done and over with as it is approaching towards you. However, the pull coming off of this creature, this exertion of gravitational force seems to be dragging at you all already as it's moving very quickly. Your third encounter is coming up. I need the two of you to give me strength saving throws to find objects to fix yourself to instead of getting drugged towards it slowly.
I'll use session advantage.
I'll do this. Nice.
19, good.
Huh?
Capriccio, not good. But let's look at your average between the two of you. 14, which is just barely enough for the first stage of this. As the two of you feel this force exerting itself, growing stronger and stronger, Argon, you begin climbing up this sandy dune, and you find that same wall that you've seen inside of your vision, and you have Capriccio trying to fly over towards you, and as you climb behind it, you reach out your long arm and grab and pull Capriccio back over towards you, holding them behind the wall. The two of you have this wall for support, but you know you're going to have to make it back over to that portal to escape. You're going to have to get over to it very quickly, sooner or later. For now, though, it is still too far away for you to guarantee that if you toss the objects, they would be destroyed permanently into Exandria.
How fast is it moving towards us?
That
rough time. Do I think it's going to be a few minutes, or do I think it's going to be a
that
matter of
encounter
a few
is
seconds?
coming up.
Okay.
What you do notice are these tendrils lashing out from that area. They seem to be grasping out at the sands, and some of them whip out and grab the sand, dragging them in towards Exandria, even though it's still an incredible distance away. And then you look down at the beach as one of these tendrils grabs up on Harry and whips around him and squeezes and pulls him all the way back as well. The two of you are stuck listening to the screams of that young man. I need both of you to give me dexterity saving throws as some of these tendrils are whipping out towards you. Now, at this point, I will add that you may replace these saving throws if you have abilities that you think would allow you to circumvent one of these encounters. Okay?
Okay.
But both
What
of
do
you
you mean?
manage to move out of the way quickly enough. You feel them whipping and whirling, and both of you crawl along the wall, and they seem to just be grasping wildly, so as you tuck and dodge out of the way, you pick up random objects, stones, and toss them at the tendrils closest to you. That whips, grabs, and pulls them back the hundreds of feet away. Now we are at the encounter. Argon and Capriccio, insight checks. Let's see if you can glean how quickly this is moving across and how influential it will be the closer it gets. Argon, is becoming difficult for you to keep track of everything happening right now. It is a lot to take in, and you're trying to overanalyze it. Capriccio, however, you can tell this thing appears to be moving 60 to 80 feet around. And
60 to 80?
everything that is within 100 feet of it seems to be getting sucked up with such power that you don't think anything can survive within 80 feet of it. Nothing can last. You would be astonished if any of you could resist that.
How far away from it is this, Capriccio? You're probably a better judge of distance than I am.
Really?
About 200 feet right now.
About 200 feet?
Alright. So, I got an idea. There's a risk that I may end up losing this in exchange because of the way nothingness works, but I'm going to cast Argon's hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to load everything up in the hand.
The hand rises up, and you place your Trent's phylacteries, as well as that sealed bag, into it.
And then I'm going to send the hand towards Exio.
Okay. As the hand is moving closer towards it, this will allow the two of you to circumvent the next check of despair. You can see the hand moving and moving, and as it enters into that field, Capriccio, you can tell the hand is no longer strong enough to resist. It is getting sucked into oblivion. The object might be gone for now. However, the two of you begin to hear cries and screams of everybody. People unseen to you. This war-struck land that has been devoured by this entity timeless times. You begin to hear all of them, and these souls, these individuals, the empathy in both of your chests begins tugging at you. I need both of you to give me charisma saving throws.
Oh.
Mark this down as your guys' first loss.
Okay.
You can't seem to steel yourself against these cries, these screams, these begs. And you look down at the beach towards Luna, and you see she's just beginning to run away from this oblivion. And you see the direction she's heading, but neither of you can convince yourselves to stop her. Nobody deserves this. Nobody should ever have to experience this. This is not humane solution. This is disturbing. After that, the two of you are having difficulties convincing yourselves to abandon these people, and you start beginning to think of how to save them, but then you're not forced to do so yet. Next, I need intelligence saves from the two of you. To right your mind, focus on the goal ahead.
Got it.
This is going to count as your second failure. The two of you begin trying to think of ways that you can help these people as you are now forced to start running for your lives. Logic thrown out the window, comprehension no longer sticking to your heads. You are fleeing as quickly as you can from this maddening situation, this eternity, this nothing. This is beyond anything either of you have ever signed up for. One more failure will have permanent consequences to the two of you. As the two of you are running, you begin to see people trying to flee further away, and you're approaching over towards that same well that Luna has moved to. You see her unlocking it. I need you both to right your minds, unscramble your thoughts, deafen out everything else happening right now. I need you both to give me wisdom saving throws. 22. We love 22. Fuck yes. 27.
Natural 20.
Seeing her and remembering the warnings of these Celestials, you remember you have to stop her. You can't let her escape. You can't let anybody escape this. If they leave, there can be catastrophic consequences. They can bring pieces of this entity with them. They can seek vengeance. They can release this entity. You can't let it happen. And both of you snap back into your right frame of mind as you begin to feel the intense pulls of Exandria against the back of you. Both of you feeling this drag, this resistance that neither of you completely have. And you see she is feeling it too as she's grabbing onto the well, trying to drag herself inside. I need the two of you to give me strength saving throws. This is the final check.
The strength saving throws for what?
This is to drag yourselves against this pool from Exandria. The vortex is dragging you in. You have to pull yourself forward.
Would I be able to use hidden paths to teleport us in?
I would allow hidden paths to give you advantage. It's not a long enough distance to gap all of this and get out of dodge.
It's 60 for me and 30 for someone else.
It's enough to get you there. It'll only give Argon advantage, though.
You can't take me and you, right? You have to go on your own, right, Crucio? Go.
Well,
I'll take care of myself. Go.
Okay. Then I will do 60 feet for myself and teleport myself.
Okay. You get over to the well and teleport inside.
I am going to use Convergent Future.
Okay.
I automatically roll high enough to pass whatever test I'm taking.
Which for you would have been a requirement of a natural 20. Argon. As you use this feature for the first time in this realm, you can sense this is where chronomancy stems from. This is where it's all connected to. These different lines, these different possibilities that occurred, all of them are filtered through this epicenter, this location. You begin seeing the multiple versions of you that have gone through this exact situation coming here on different timelines and different possibilities and different outcomes. You see the failures, you see the mistakes, and you take that opportunity to succeed, choosing the proper you. Even though Argon, the you that walks out is not the one that was here. That one is drug into Exandria. But that was a different one of you. That was a different one with a different problem. The real one is the one that survives. As you get over to the well, are you going to attempt to stop her from entering, or are you just diving in and escaping?
As I get there, I cast Power Word Stun on her.
Which save is that? Constitution?
There is no save against Power Word Stun for the first round.
As you drip into the well and you command out to her, you see her recognize the spell coming towards her, and you see the teardrop as she is stuck there. And you dive headfirst into the well, looking up and watching everything go black. The two of you swim downwards, far enough away that you begin seeing color yet again. You swim for what at first feels like hours to the two of you, since everything seems so strange. You're coming back to this reality. You're coming back to normalcy. As the two of you are drawing forward, you have looked into the abyss. And for that, you both have to roll me D100s. Wow, you two are both relatively close.
It evidently affected us in very similar ways.
Oh, that's the wrong number. Okay, good. Whew. Breaking out of that water, Argon. Everyone else looks at you, standing in this foreign tundra-like environment, and you're all surprised as immediately after coming out of the water, Argon's first reaction is to start getting all of it off him as quickly as possible. You look back at that portal, and you don't see water. You see Exandria. You see oblivion, and it strikes fear into your heart. Argon, you are now uncontrollably afraid of bodies of water. Every time you look into them, you will see Exandria. Capriccio. You begin to feel afflicted. On one hand, you feel conflicted. On one hand, all of those souls are lost, and that's saddening, but you survived. That has to mean something, right? I mean, all of those people, that entire realm, everybody, none of them survived. You did. You start rationalizing that you are destined for something far grander. And the consequence of this is you are far too confident in any encounter against any danger. If that can't kill you, nothing can, right? You're invincible. Please add those flaws to your characters. So, Argon comes out, freaking out at the water. Capriccio comes out, laughing a little bit. Zurzar and Braska, you look at the two of them, clearly shaken from whatever just occurred in there.
It's time to go.
Did you do it?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Did the hand take the pouch?
I'm assuming I felt it when the hand got destroyed or whatever when it went there.
Yes, you lost your concentration. It was destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I meant like you put the pouch in the hand. Is what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the pouch went too. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Aryan does not have the strength of will to swim back through all of that water to get back to where we were.
Yeah.
Luckily, Argan prepared plane shift.
Perfect.
And Argan is going to take us back to our home plane. Argan does not care where in our home plane we are.
Well, what is the tuning fork that
Wait
you
a
are
minute.
utilizing? That's what will
You
dictate
said
it.
I could always use myself as a tuning fork to my home plane.
So you will go to where you are most connected to.
So probably the Lyceum then.
Yes. Or your family's vacation home that you were born at. Your call.
Probably the Lyceum for Argon. Argon would have probably felt most comfortable at school.
Very good.
I wonder where I go.
Oh no, we've learned.
Do you want me to use you as the tuning fork, Braska? See where you end up?
I feel like that would be cruel to some unknown being. Like Joey.
You think I'm not ready?
Oh.
You think I'm not ready, Braska?
Take a Sabraska. Take a Sabraska right now. Right this
All
second.
right, do it.
I think I can actually only use myself as the tuning fork.
Yeah, you
but-
should. See, I'm ready. I don't need to.
I don't
Anyways.
need to be ready.
Coward.
But anyways, you all teleport back. And when you reappear, you're sitting inside of the library in chairs. Students all look over strangely, and you begin to hear whispers of your name, Argon, in the crowd.
I'm gonna look over the crowd to see if I can see Benedict.
Benedict is not currently studying in the library. Dutiful students would not be caught up with, warlocking. Archmages don't do warlocks.
You'll probably find him slacking off in the druggy hallway. Which Argon doesn't know where that is. I'm pretty sure some of the other people found it last time.
I will say that does sound like a thing I would have found.
I don't remember. Were you here when they found it? Sinclair and that rogue.
No, that was
found it.
actually during.
Was that
that
Corvus?
Was Corvus, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's
It
anyone
does sound
left
like a
in the
thing
group.
Roscoe would have found.
Oh yeah, Brosco would have found it if he could have once he got past the kitchen.
Finally, somewhere where I understand something.
So. You guys are here. You can both tell that something is definitely wrong with Argon and Capriccio.
That was probably a mistake. We have more
What do
to
you mean?
destroy, and I don't know that I'm going to have the will to do that again.
Then we don't do it that way again. We just find another one.
Or we can find something else.
I mean, probably.
Or we wanted to go to the shade at some point too.
One
That
is
was a-
there, so we have to.
Yeah, the shade was well. Yeah, we had to go to the shade regardless because that's where one of the other ones is at.
But we said that would be the last one.
Yeah, because we know that that one, quote unquote, is safe from Trent for now.
And also, if he manifests there, he's vulnerable.
And
Yeah.
Also, really funny.
That might be the best way to get the last one. Honestly, is to try and kill him and then have him manifest there as his last phylactery.
Why will we wait?
What?
Why will we wait for him to reform? Why not just go there, get it, destroy it?
Oh, because
Or what do you mean?
It would make it easier to deal with the entity that has it. Because the problem is not only do we have to deal with Trent, the nightmare that is Trent, we have to deal with whatever that thing is that we gave it to in the shade.
Right.
We don't even know what that thing is. And if Trent recombines there, then they'll be fighting each other and
Not us.
right.
Bro.
If we can, backstab the winner and
Yeah, we should be there for it.
oh, for sure.
We could front stab him too. I'm just saying. I'll just stab him.
One
Front
of
stabbing is fine. Bronska.
one of the
Side
first
stab, understab, however you want to stab.
One of the first-year students comes over to your table and places down a tray with cookies on it.
I'll take one.
New
And
favorite
then
student.
a glass of water in front of Arkin. You look thirsty, sir.
Thank you.
So water don't count, right? That's a bit extreme.
Oh, it freaks him out. You're just not uncontrollably afraid. It just looking at water makes you it's
Comfortable.
not there. It's just you can't get that image out of your mind.
I won't drink out of it for now. I'm gonna have to start drinking out of like covered water skin, so I can't see the water, I guess. I will send a sending to my mother telling her that we're in the library. We just arrived.
She'll reply. Well, I just got back here a few days ago. Are you staying long enough for me to come give you a visit?
Yes.
So you're doing another
Arkin
sending
wants-
for yes?
Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll use another third level spell to send. Yes.
Alright. She walks in from literally down the hallway.
Oh my god.
The most wizard thing to ever fucking happen.
Use 2 third level spells to communicate with someone down the hall.
Yep.
Are you surprised she uses such a power move?
I used the power move. I'm the one that burned 2 third level spell slots.
Yeah, she's actually reasonable. But anyway.
But who put you in a position where you had to burn a second one? Huh?
That's true. That is a fair point. She did set me up to burn spell slots.
Headmaster Lyceum walks into the library. Comes over and sits down at the table. Last time you've seen her, she was surrounded by an entourage of eldritch knights, your father, all with the duty to protect her. Here inside, you can see that the scar on her head is beginning to heal very well. It will leave a permanent mark, and you're very certain that hair will not grow over that area, but for now, she looks more badass and barbaric than ever.
Respect.
Well, we all get battle scars, don't we?
Yes.
Some more than others.
So, what brings you all here so abruptly?
We destroyed 2 more of them.
Students, go to another hall. And immediately, all of the students leave.
I was intentionally suspect in not saying I destroyed 2 phylacteries. I know better than that.
Capriccio and Zurazar both notice that there's a student hiding amongst the bookshelves who seems utterly curious right now.
I do nothing about it.
Yeah, I'm just I will be blissfully, totally, deadfully unaware.
Yep. Same.
So you went to the end.
Yes.
What was it like there, where it is? She'll reach across
Terrible?
the table, break a cookie in half, and start chewing on it.
That's probably the
That
most
plate has been
horrifying thing we've ever
frosted for
done.
minutes. Do you think there's a cookie left?
It was horrifying, like Capriccio said. Terrible. I think I earned a tie for the worst thing I've ever done to someone.
That was pretty brutal, but very necessary. Argan.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure that's going to make it any easier to live with.
Doing the right thing is seldomly the easy thing. You know this.
I do. We were tested before we even went to see who was willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
Really?
Some group of celestials that watch over the entrance. You ever heard of Kolarot?
I have not, no. What is that?
I don't know that I could explain it. The entrance was surrounded by 6 Maroots.
Maroots? 6 of them?
Yes. All marked with this name on their back.
I think it was Colia root.
Was that how you said it?
Collier?
You guys were the only ones that could read it. Or
That
could
was-
see it, not me.
That was the creator of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Said made by, like made in, but made by.
Made by Kolarot.
Yeah. 6 of them. That is astronomical. I mean, we've researched the location of Maroots at any given time, and there's been at most 7 of them actively within the universe in various notified locations. We were under the assumption there was only possibly 8 of them in existence.
What are they?
They are powerful contraptions created by, well, the greatest smith in the hells and given to the heavens for favor. They utilize them in order to hold specific grounds and protections that need to be safeguarded without the fear of the one safeguarding them to ever be corrupted. They're non-sentient creatures, but they will pursue their goal endlessly. No matter where an individual goes to, they can easily be killed by these creatures. They are under the classification of inevitables.
Well, fortunately, they decided not to kill us and instead teleported us to face this Council of 5.
Council of 5. Fortune will speak up. That is the Hall of Concordance. It's in Sigil. I've heard of Sigil, but I'll be honest, my studies rarely ever put me in the realm of the Celestials. I found it dreary and nonsensical. You say these celestial creatures judged you all, and only 2 of you were worthy?
Not sure if worthy was the right word, but they determined 2 of us were willing to make the necessary sacrifices to complete the mission at all costs.
Good. Good.
Others had other goals or objectives or what they found to be more important. I don't necessarily think that makes us right, just right for what needed to be done at the time.
Well, willingness is one of the things you need to just have in this world when you're fighting against grand evils and entities. But What was the place like? The location before it was consumed?
Lifeless?
Elaborate.
It's really that. Imagine those concepts as a place. It's just that.
Well, you were describing the abyss. It was simply the abyss?
It was a beach on the edge of a ghost town.
Beach on the edge of the ghost town. Was there any recognizable iconography, banners, sigils?
No, none that I
So?
recognize. What
Alright.
could we show?
Said I don't think so.
I've been wondering myself where that location is or was in relation to things. Curious.
I mean, it obviously on a different plane of some form or another.
Absolutely. Well, you've successfully done it. You've left Trent and the Empire exceptionally more vulnerable with this mission. Congratulations. And by the looks of it, it was a resounding success.
Yeah. It
Yes.
sure was.
Good.
I need to drink something that isn't clear.
Yo, I got you. What you need?
Something that just doesn't look like water.
All right.
She'll look at you puzzled when you say that. Regardless.
Every great sacrifice has repercussions.
Be sure not to make a habit of that. Many a wizards and archmages have lost themselves due to their obsession with wine.
It won't be a problem.
Good. Well. Good job, Argon. You've
Thank
served
you,
the realm.
Headmistress.
I was there too.
Do you require words of affirmation?
It'd be nice.
Good job.
You.
No pleasing you. Well then. What is next on your directive? Suppose this is not done, or else there will be cause for celebration and fireworks.
Well, we
We
still
need-
have to do the others.
We need to track down what we think is the final one. Retrieve another one that we have stored in a dangerous place. And figure out if there's an alternative way or if I can summon up the will to do that a second time.
Well, if we did it once, we can do it again.
I guess. Maybe it gets easier the more you do it.
I don't think that gets easier, but I think we can do it.
What was so difficult about this task? Was it daunting? Was it tiresome? Exhaustive?
All of the above.
the end isn't something I can adequately describe. Maybe someday, years in the future, when I have more time to process it, I'll try to write it down. But I don't know, Mother, if anyone can truly understand nothingness without seeing it.
It is a concept that I find very vague and elusive.
We tend to deal in absolutes. I think this may have been the most absolute thing I ever saw.
Braska understands nothing better than anyone else. Well then. I am still on my sabbatical. I'll be reappointing myself as headmaster sometime in the next... when it feels right.
Who's currently acting as headmaster, Father?
No, your father is completely inadequate when it comes to running and operating other individuals in a school
Oh my
and
God.
academy. I have left that in the promising
She's
hands of your sister.
Oh, God.
Not that bitch.
She's doing a wonderful job.
I have no doubt that she will. She was ever your daughter, Mother.
Yes, of course.
We've been out of contact for weeks. How has the war progressed?
To date, there's been a total of 3 battlefields. Allow me to bring you all over to the next map. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Bitch, get over
What
here.
the fuck?
There we go. I don't know if that was doing that to y'all too, but it was doing it to me.
Oh, I didn't see anything weird.
Okay. I was trying to drag you all to a different map, and it was like lagging behind. Like
Oh.
this was like Windows XP.
Oh,
So, the first battlefield, of course, you all are more than aware of, Nicodranas. The second attack had abruptly occurred down towards Byrodon. It appears as if the Empire was successful in infiltrating down in the Rift Peninsula after I attempted to quell them. As such, they are having forward advances pushed in towards Singorn. Luckily, the Verdant Expanse is a incredibly inhospitable location to many individuals that are not incredible survivalists. The third location just occurred last night, from what I've been told. We've gained word that they have just attacked Drina on our shorelines.
on our shores.
Yes.
Oh. I'm surprised, Drina. Did they go around the horn, or did they...
I have not received personal intelligence as to the how. From what I've heard, there's a group of adventurers out there. One of them actually helped to quell me of my illness. My plague.
Oh, the... Marion.
Yes. From what I've gathered from the intelligence given to us, they are the attack was coordinated in order to get revenge on them. Information is passed up the ladder from all of you as well as them, and it would appear that there was an attack against Trent's number one Volstrucker, and he was killed. And as retribution, a couple of the Riptide members have family in Drinna, and they are the focal point of the attack.
Who launched that?
That would be the first battalion, or sorry, the first fleet of the Navy for the Empire.
I was sorry, I meant more of the question of who ordered that on their side.
I'm not sure. My best guess is it is a contingency. Given how quickly everything has been moving, it is advantageous to the enemy to slow down our advances against them by coming after them personally. It is good that you all have relocated your loved ones to here, as this location is still outside of the reach and realm of the Empire.
Yeah. Zeradar, did you ever get your father to come here, or is he still in hiding somewhere?
Oh no, he went off on his own.
Oh, okay. I've got competing cats on my mouse, not letting me do anything here.
Don't worry, he'll pop back up when this is all done. I'm sure he's far away from here.
Did we ever go get your dad, Braska?
You know, I don't think we did.
We should do that soon.
Well, you all had requested that we accept him into our ranks, and we did manage to pick him up when he was down at the Zarzuth Kittrell.
Oh, you got
It
it.
fixed itself.
Great, thank you.
Well, you guys asked a while ago, hey, can you go pick him up? And you're like, yeah, sure. Because it is the easiest way to get at you guys is to attack your loved ones.
Yes.
Sorry, I saw that meme and I had to
That was a
fucking share it.
terrible post.
That is hilarious.
Alright. We have a lead on what we think might be the last one that we haven't acquired. Though I need to set some things in motion to see if that's true or not. Might be able to backtrack. We think it was on him when he was destroyed, and possibly contingency teleported back somewhere. We might be able to trace that location.
Well, at some point, if possible, I think after everything that's happened, we maybe should take a short break and try to regroup and recoup. And plan for the imminent.
You're right. We should probably take a few days. honestly, I'm not sure my head's on right now, anyways. So
That's part of why.
Well, then take the couple of days if you need them. You all have your quarters already given to you outside.
I'm actually thinking I need about a week.
okay,
Given that amount of time, he would be back and operational, would he not?
he'll be back at operational within what, 2 days
2
right
days.
now?
2 more days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't going to get this dealt with while he was down, regardless. We're going to have to come back for him.
I mean, we made a big amount of progress.
And that's assuming that where he reconstitutes is one of the ones that's still active. If his body tries to reconstitute with one that's destroyed, he has to wait. From my understanding, he has to wait another 7 days to try and reconstitute at a different one.
Yes.
So in theory, we could have 4 weeks. But based upon the way everything else is going, he'll probably pop up at the one that's in Rexingtrum.
Well, if that is the case, hopefully we have more time than predicted, but we need to be on the ready. If it would appear that he is resorting to attacking civilians, family members of individuals, we need to be ready for him to do anything. I
Did
myself
they
have
unleash the weapon again? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
I myself have several contingencies in place if situations would arrive where I would be taken out of commission, most of which are defensive and several offensive as well. Orders given by me to individuals that owe me great favor.
Well, that's good.
I have not had hundreds of years to do this planning like he has. I'm sure he has far greater contingencies in place, and we have to be ready for anything. If you need to rest, take your rest, but be aware. There's no rest for the wicked.
I'm aware. One last thing. The Celestials seemed very surprised that they were not able to recognize that Trent was active.
They couldn't recognize that he exists, not even
That
active.
even exists, yes.
Yeah.
Divinity itself could not comprehend his existence.
It's what it seems like. They seemed very surprised to find out that a lich was alive on Exandria. And they had never sensed his presence. Religion's never been my forte, so I've never put a whole lot of stock in what the Celestials do and do not know or care to tell us. But I found it interesting nonetheless.
Very well. That new information I will present to individuals. Share it as best as I can, and hopefully we will find out why that is. I suppose there is magics that stop you from being able to be divined by arcane means, and it stands to reason that there are magics to stop you from being divined by divine means. including upper echelon of creatures. So we will work through it. Well, you all rest up. I'm going to go back to my therapy room.
Goodbye, Mother. I'm glad you're recovering.
Hopefully you shall too. She will stand and walk out.
All right, well, anyone got anything they want to do for the rest of the night?
How long are we taking? Are we taking?
Oh, no, we're taking the week or whatever you wanted.
Okay.
Argon at this point is not up to chasing this unless Trent rears his ugly face and shows up invading a town. I don't know that Argon has the stomach to go after anything for another day or two, at least.
In that case, I am going to retire to my room,
Okay.
and I am going to retrieve the book that nobody gave me, or no one, nobody, yeah. The book that nobody gave me.
Yep.
And I'm going to see what that's about.
You're gonna have to remind me what was the name of the book she gave you? Huh?
I don't remember the name of the book. I don't even remember that I was given a title.
Yeah, just a second. I know I have it.
I have a lot of books in this universe, so I need a little something to go off of what it was. Hell, one of my campaigns is being ran off of them researching a series of young adult novels. That's funny.
Well, I know the secrets of the universe were in the books of whistling.
Are you sure?
Both of my characters have read them.
Oh, that's not it. Where was the book?
All the books. Let me see if I can.
I have way too many notes. That's my problem.
I'm gonna do what I think is a smart thing, and I'm gonna look in the recap channel. I'm going to type nobody, and hoping that's
what I was trying to
in
find.
there.
Probably because I'm looking for the wrong word. I don't think it's book. I think it's tome.
That would also. Yes.
So evidently I have a lot of words. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's black.
What?
Wait a minute. That was from the Black Ox. That was a different tome. Evidently, I didn't write it down. It was I thought it was the Wisdom Tome, Tome of Understanding. We were supposed to use it as a bribe, and we ended up not using it as a bribe.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I know it was that. I just don't remember if it had like a specific time.
Yeah. The Tome of Wisdom. Infinite Wisdom.
I think it's well, yeah, that may be what you call it. I think the original one is Tome of Understanding.
Yeah.
Because originally you said it was the Tome of Clear Thought, which was the intelligence one, but it was not the intelligence
It was
one
supposed
she
to be
gave
the
us.
wisdom one. Yeah,
It was supposed to be the wisdom one.
So you're going to spend a
Yeah.
week reading that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, since you guys are going to be taking a week of hopeful downtime, I think this is a good place for us to go ahead and go on break. So you can situate your thoughts and figure out exactly what it is you're going to do and preparations you're going to take. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Camera's staying off while I eat a little bit. So, where last we left off, you all decided you wanted to do some downtime here in the Lyceum. So, Argan, I believe you said you wanted to fire this off with one last sending?
Yeah.
New Haxon was on the Blight Shore was the location. Okay.
That's what I was told.
Yep. And she can make an educated guess as to what you were referring to. You're talking about the location that Trent was killed, right?
Yes. I told her I'd send it to her as soon as I found out, and I intentionally leave a lot of things out when I communicate with her.
Right. She will reply to you. Very good. I will have to create a line of communication to Satyana and hope that she will admit someone from the Empire into her country. Thank you.
Do I know the name Satyana?
What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Giant, Primordial.
Roll me a history check at advantage. 15.
I'm back to my old ways.
Satyana is a draconic name. That much you know. And it's a little old-timey as well.
Okay. I'll leave that alone for now.
So then. Anybody else? Last minute things before we enter into downtime? Downtime.
I'll just do it really quickly since it's a very minor thing.
Of course.
I am going to cast a 9th level Continual Flame on my Whimsical.
Didn't you already have that?
It was 8th.
Ah, okay.
And now.
And now it's 9.
Now they're really going to have to spend if they want to turn out the lights.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad idea at all. That does cost gold, though, right?
No. Wait.
Continual flame costs
flame
gold.
does.
Yeah. Well, make
Yes,
sure you
yes, it
remove
does.
that gold.
Yes.
All right. Good enough. Done. So, downtime, everybody. We'll start with, I assume, Argan. You have a rough idea of what it is you want to get accomplished, correct?
Yeah, I really only have one thing to accomplish. Well, no, I take that back. I have 2 things.
Okay.
I want to spend 1 day with all of my spell slots exalting the book.
Very good.
I have an entire breakdown, if you want me to send it to you, of all of the spells at what level to make sure that I'm doing a good mix of the different schools at different levels. And I did literally go through all the effort, but it is a lot of just junk information that you probably don't need.
Very well. So, what specifically are we doing? What mechanics do I have to run?
So what I was described was that I need to basically cast every spell slot I have in 1 day into the book, spread across all the different schools of magic. So I imagine I would probably I'm assuming that the Lyceum has some form of like ritual rooms for conjurations and other stuff that they can have planned.
Absolutely, they do.
So I will get myself isolated in one of those for a day.
Okay.
And while technically, if I broke this down by spell slot and castings, this probably is only like a couple minutes of work. I imagine Argon would probably spend the whole day going through it piecemeal, just going through all the runes one at a time, making sure that every inflection is perfect. Before, finally finishing up everything.
All right. Well then, let me get that information open for you. So. So, I believe it is currently kept in the dormant state, correct?
It is, yeah, it's in stage 2.
Which is
dormant.
awakened.
It's awakened, yes. I'm already on awakened.
Very well.
So I'm heading for exalted.
Very good. You exhaust all of your spellcasting availability to you, leaving yourself more exhausted and vulnerable than you have been in a very long time in your life. At the end of this, you feel your spellbook begins to reply to you. You feel it connect to you. As you begin trying to flip through the pages, it seems to be seeking alongside you, assisting. It's not exactly sentience in the sense of a person, but it appears to be sentience as far as it understands what you seek and wants you to get it better. Now that your spellbook is awakened, it becomes exalted. A couple of more benefits become available to you. You may now use your arcane recovery twice between long rests rather than once. When you prepare wizard spells using the grimoire as your spellbook, the number of spells you can prepare increases by 1 again. So it was increased by 1 for the dormant. Now it's increased by 1 for the awakened. And it's increased by 1 by the exalted.
Alright, so 3 extra spell slots total.
No, prepared spells.
Prepared slots. Yes, not spell slots, prepared spells. Yes.
Yes.
That's actually, I lack prepared spells more than anything. I have so many spells.
This newfound comprehension is a little mind-boggling, to be honest. But now you have access to it. And it will take you a little bit of time to acclimate to the fact that your book is seeking to inform you. Now,
Perfect.
aside from that, what's next on your docket?
I have a spell in Wardlow's spell book I need to transcribe. He had, I believe it was Time Stop was the 9th level spell he had.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. Which that takes 18 total hours to transcribe, correct?
Yeah, I think it's yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
that's not
sorry.
my-
I'm classifying those time dealing spells as chronomancy because
Oh, okay.
those
Well, then for
spells
me, it would be
existed
half.
before Dunomancy came out.
Right. So it
So-
would be. Is it half or?
It's half the amount of time and half the amount of cost of materials.
Okay. So how long does it normally take? Is it normally one per? Is it two per level normally? I gotta look it up
What, hours?
to write it down. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah, it's
2
2
per
hours
hour,
per spell level.
and it's 50 GP per spell level.
Right. So I go down to an hour per spell level.
Mm-hmm. Which comes
And-
out to 9 now.
Right. And 25 gold pieces.
Correct.
I don't have to pay for the paper because I already have the paper and I've got plenty of ink.
Yeah, so
Because
that's...
I don't. It's not that I have plenty of paper. The tome has an unlimited number of pages, or
Correct.
the grimoire does. But I have Kraken ink too, so I've got plenty of.
Let's
ink.
go
I'll
crack that ink.
Crack that Kraken ink.
Did you say you have crack in
He said
ink?
Kraken.
Yes. It is Kraken. Like the fish.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So
I was about to say, maybe I should have been a wizard.
Alrighty.
And then the only other thing I really kind of want to do is check in with Zyram if he's not under complete lockdown. The Lich.
Alrighty. So, you shoot a sending out to him. What are you going to send to him to try to call?
Well, I'm
him?
assuming he's locked down here in the Lyceum, isn't he?
Oh, geez, I completely forgot he's in the Lyceum. So then, you go down into the necromancy school, where you see he has been writing down a lot of stuff here. By the looks of it, there's probably a good 7 or 8 tomes that he's been able to transcribe in such a short period of time. And he looks over at you. Ah, Argon. To what do I owe the pleasure?
You went there once, didn't you? To the edge?
The kind smile he has fades slightly. I did, yes.
How do you deal with it? What we saw? What they did? What they continue to do?
I will be quite honest with you. I'm not fully aware of what it is that you think you've seen or saw, but there's one solution that I am aware of. He takes a wand, places it up to his head, and withdraws it. You watch as a single thread comes with his move of a wand. And then he holds it attached to the edge of the wand. My memories of when I was there, the things I do not wish to remember, I've sealed away. Remove them from consequence.
Maybe that is the answer.
I remember it was painful. I remember it was dark.
Do you store those memories somewhere in case you ever need them again, or do you just let them go, knowing that it's better that you don't remember them.
I store them. To me, locking the memories away is easier. But it is still not easy. And knowledge is power. There may be a day where that necessary evil needs to come back to light.
Can you show me how to build a vessel to store a memory?
He'll nod. And that's how you'll spend your next week, working on this.
I have the necessary spells. I have Encode Thoughts and I have Modify Memory, which I'm assuming are the two I need.
Yes.
The one to remove it and the one to wipe it.
Yep.
So I will do that. I will learn from him how to build a thing. I will take the memory of the actual detail of probably from right after I sent the hand until I was in the water. I don't want to remember the majority of the destruction, and I do not want to remember that I stunned her to leave her to die.
Okay. So you're choosing to remember
I'm
everything
choosing
else.
I'm choosing to remember that they stayed there and sacrificed themselves.
Alrighty.
I just don't want to remember a lot of the end of Exandria itself. Its most brutal part at the end, and I don't want to remember what I did to make sure that we didn't break the timeline.
You don't ever want to remember yourself. The other you.
Not right now.
Well then. This does not remove your flaw. In the
That's fine.
recess
That's
of your
not great.
memories, you will have this lingering.
That's fine. That wasn't the point.
Very good. Well then. I believe that'll be your week. You do have to remove 5,000 gold worth of materials.
I guess I should send some note at one point to try and track down Jurgen.
That's
Get
easy
him
enough. He's
brought
on the
here.
ship.
I know, so I got to get him brought here.
He gets to enjoy the brothel on the ship.
I've ignored Jurgen for too long. It's been too dangerous, but
That's fair.
I don't know that I don't know that it's going to get any better, but
Well, you can track him down, have him delivered to you, and resume your training with him. Now, on to the next one. Capriccio, what is it you would like to do with your downtime?
Okay, so the first 6 days,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to spend 8 hours a day reading this book, and I will do so somewhere where I can be surrounded by nature. Maybe if there's like the Lyceum has like a garden or something like that, or if I need to go somewhere else.
They have a herbology class that does have a functioning garden.
Is it outdoors or is it like a greenhouse?
It's as outdoors as anything at the Lyceum is.
That's not a great point of reference.
I mean, it's the honest truth. Everything out here is kind of in its own realm. But
Okay,
it does
in my
have real
case,
soil, real plants, real trees. Wizards
I
have
will
to grow
go-
things the hard way.
I will go outside of the Lyceum, like right around the corner type thing, but outside the Lyceum.
So back in Iman then.
Sure.
That's the one drop-off location you have access to. So you're dropped back off at Himon.
Mm-hmm. And I will spend that time reading the book, surrounded by nature.
Very good.
And then on my last day, well, this I'll do 8 hours a day. On my spare time, and then on my last day, I will offer myself in case someone needs any assistance with anything or anything like that. But otherwise, I don't really have anything else to do.
So you're just
Something comes up.
spending time with nature then? Meditating? Okay.
Reading, meditating.
I'll allow you to have an intelligence check. Let's see if you can center yourself in this Zen environment.
You said intelligence check?
Check, yes, not save.
Okay.
Well, that's a fucking check.
Yeah, sure is.
Capriccio, you managed to humble yourself, realizing that it was not some cosmic destiny that you survived. It was hard work, and you also realize it is not because of what you are that you survived. It is just a happenstance of fate. As nihilistic as it sounds, at least it humbles you, and you're capable of controlling yourself and making less bad decisions.
Nice. Okay, great. That's really gonna be it for me. Like
Very
I said,
well.
unless something comes up, I will just offer myself to help with whatever in my spare time.
Very good.
I prepared my extra spell now that I have a higher wisdom.
Alrighty. So, if that's going to be all for you,
Does something happen when I finish reading the book, or maybe during?
oh
Like,
yeah,
what
you
is
get
that
your
like?
+2. You get your +2 to wisdom.
It's +1, I think.
Nope, the
Well,
tomes are all
+2 to
+2.
the score. Yeah, +2 to the score. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's +2 to your maximum and +2 to your wisdom.
You know, I meant what is that like as an experience?
Oh, I apologize. You feel this profound comprehension befall you. You understand now that even though you are immortal, seeing the consequences of that lifestyle through Lucifon and seeing what it means to be mortal through everybody else that was there as well. You understand that it needs to be a synergy between the two realms. It is not a superiority between one and the other. You are partnered in this universe against one greater evil than everything else. You all should work and aspire to be with each other, not to belittle one another. And now that you've unlocked that level of comprehension, that sense of unity with everybody else, you can now authentically consider everything in the universe kin to you. Is that better? Capriccio? Well, damn,
Oh
if it's
shit,
that...
I was muted.
Yeah, if it's that fucking bad, I'm sorry. Like, Jesus. Fuck.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
fair.
Do it again.
Alright. Braska. Just sprawling with dear old dad?
Oh, hell yeah.
I like it. Nothing else you want to try to accomplish during that week? Just bonding experience bleeding?
I mean, I'm probably gonna make the chef hate me, but I don't know if that's really like an aim for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's not the goal, that's just the consequence.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So next up on the docket, Zurazar. Anything for you?
I would like to perform some religious service.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Now-
No, I don't.
I mean, you could. I mean, fucking. Hey, everyone needs God in their pocket, right? Like.
I've got the. Listen, I dabble in Avandra, but that's about it. Honestly, I do not know. It's really not much. Really, Zurazar can do here at the current moment.
Okay. You can try to find a magical item that you have on, the lookout for.
I don't really need another magic item.
Okay.
I'm pretty sad right now. You know what? Hold on, how much do I have? This will be funny. Let me see how this works. Okay, cool. You know what? I want to gamble.
You want to gamble. All right, so where are you being sent to gamble?
I'll look around for the much more. And there's got to be like a casino or something similar in Amon.
Oh, there absolutely is. So you want to go back to Amon to a casino?
Yeah, why not?
Gotcha.
Come
Well,
with me, since I'll be going there.
What's that?
You could come with me, since I'll be going there.
yeah, perfect. Well, then, if you're doing gambling, are you
So-
proficient in any gambler supplies?
Well, the gambling things. Let's see.
Yes. Are you proficient in dice or cards or anything like that?
I'm good with playing cards.
Playing cards. All right. Well, that's going to be monumentally useful to you. Fortunately, this is not the world that has access to some really hardcore gambling. All right, so let's get over here. Done time activities into XGE. Scroll up, 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 up. Gamble, 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 gamble. So,
Remember, kids, gambling is fun.
how much are you wagering? 10 gold up to a maximum of 1,000 gold.
You know what? I've got a Tal'Dorei at home. I'm not too worried. I'm going to bet all my money, 927 gold.
That's all your money. Fuck hell. Okay, so I need you to roll me an insight check, a
Okay.
deception check, and then an intimidation check. If you are proficient with a gambling tool or gaming tool, you can replace one of those 3 checks with. Okay, you just rolled those 3. Cool.
Well, I mean, I can. I can. I imagine I can look at the results and pick which one I want to change.
You roll these. No, you get to replace one of them with that.
Oh, okay.
So instead of rolling, say, an insight check, you could have rolled your gambling. But I mean, do you really want to get rid of your? Can you possibly fucking fail? Yes. On intimidation, you have a fighting. Okay, you succeeded 3 times. You double the amount of money that you bet.
Perfect.
You gain double, so that means you wagered 1,000. You gain an additional 2,000.
So I bet 927 gold. I got back in total 1,855 gold.
Yeah, something
Thanks,
like that.
Amon.
Silly rogue.
The silly casino thinking you could win against me.
Alrighty.
Someone's
And-
banned from the Amon Casino from this point forward.
That'd look really bad against the nobility here, so I don't think they want to do that.
Probably not. Probably not.
How does complications work?
That
it's 10%
is.
chance.
It's a percent chance, but I really only do that if you give me a reason that there could be complications for you, which I don't think you have any of those realistically.
No, I just have a really good poker face.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, are you an innately disrespectful individual? I would say yes to the right people and no to the right people. So I'll constitute that as you're perfectly fine.
That is fair.
But if you do multiple weeks of gambling, yeah, then I'm making you roll for it.
Ah. Putting that in my bag of holding. And rolling in money. I need to go to the casino more often. That's it. And then if I have any extra time, similar to Capriccio, I will help anyone who needs assistance.
Very well. Well, I actually think that's the conclusion of downtime for all four of you, correct?
Mhm.
Perfect. Well then, after 1 week of a little bit of relaxing, a little bit of research, a little bit of Monica in my life, you all end up meeting back together in the cafeteria where you have the catering staff, which is magical conjured creatures literally begging you to get Braska the fuck out of here. And you all get to sit down. Argan, you have an innate aversion to water, but you don't remember why. You just know that when you look at it, you feel a little uncomfortable. And when you come across a body of water, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, because you forget. Now, Capriccio seems to have found a new center of their life. A new wave of cool seems to be emanating from them. If you've ever seen Community, this is the episode where Jeff Winger wears aviators. So what are we doing, everybody? You sit down.
What's next?
Well, have we received any word of whether he's back? What's the status on that?
Is Thunderbrand here, or is he in the field?
Thunderbrand has been in the war room and teleporting all across Exandria over the last week or so, but if you needed him to be present for this, he would have attempted to make time.
I just want to ask him if he's heard any rumblings of Trent being back on the front lines or anything, or if he's still like hanging back. Because I mean, we know he was using from Zurazar. We know he was using a body double, so he was always in appearance. But I imagine he was kind of taking a backstage while it was the body double.
Unfortunately, I haven't heard anything. Yeah.
Okay.
There's been no eyes on Trent.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
Hopefully.
Could be. Aye. Could also be that he, it's concerning. I would like to know, but we don't have any, insider information.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows the name that Jenna used. So I didn't write it down because I'll write it down when I do the
name
recap.
that
But
Jenna used.
the person that she was gonna ask, to see if
Satyana.
she'll allow- Satyana.
Satyana, yes.
Satyana. See if he knows that name.
Yeah, she's the ruler over, I believe, New Haxton.
Hmm.
Been the ruler over there for, well over 100 or so years, so kind of weird, considering most of the time she looks like a human. But, reportedly, she's the one we have to thank for, taking out our, mutual enemy.
Ah. Okay.
Now you understand what she is based off the details
Yeah.
you gained.
Off of that, yeah, because I had no idea up to that point. But
Yep.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh, he doesn't, but he wasn't given
I
that
know.
information.
I'm
He's
not
not
sharing it.
privy.
Did I hear anything from Jenna yet?
No, you have not.
Okay.
So, what are you asking about Satyana?
I had heard that is where he fell. Or I had told someone where he fell, Jenna, to see if she could track. She's supposed to be able to track to see if an object of power that we believe Trent carries magically teleported from there to somewhere else when he fell, as a way of trying to track maybe where he would have normally gone, what he considers his safe house. And she mentioned needing to talk to that person before going to New Haxon. And if she's the ruler, that would explain why she wanted to ask them.
Yeah, that would explain it. Yeah, well, she's more of like a general of the territory. She is the ruler, but that's because it's kind of a war state. Everything out there and that side of the range, that's pretty deadly.
I imagine that's why it's called Blightshore, huh?
Do you need to go speak with her?
No, I was just curious as to who it was.
Mm.
Jenna used the name, and I didn't recognize it. It sounded familiar, only in tone, but I didn't know who it was, so I was just curious if you knew.
Nope, that makes perfect sense. All right, well, is there anything else I can help you all with, real quick? By the way, how are you? Again, I've been meaning to come by and talk to you, but things aren't as easy flowing as they used to be,
You do not need to justify yourself to me, Thunderbrand. I understand completely the stress and the pressure you're under.
Yeah. I'm sure you grew up looking at it firsthand.
Yeah. Only then it wasn't a time of war. How's my sister doing as mother's stand-in?
Remarkably, actually. She's utilizing me to be the liaison between the military forces and the Lyceum themselves, while she's taken up on nurturing the school altogether. It's been a very proactive relationship.
Oh, good. I imagine I should probably say hi to her before I leave. I've been here a week. I've managed to avoid her so far.
I don't step between family drama. That's all you.
Thanks. You stepped in once when it was needed.
Do what I have to. You know what, again? I can say without a shadow of a doubt, you and your friends are good people. You're doing a wonderful service to the rest of the realm.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Thunderbird. It means a lot. To take a drink of the well-watered wine that I've taken to drinking for some reason over the last week, though I'm not really sure why, but...
Why do you drink so much? You've been hanging out with Fortune too much.
Yeah. It's well watered down, but enough to make sure it doesn't look like water anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so we have no real information to go on, everyone. That's basically what I got out of that.
Yeah, they have no eyes on him.
We don't know where he is. We don't know where the last piece is.
We don't even know if he's anywhere at all.
Nope. We
Well,
can
you
go
know
kill
where
his
he's
body
not.
double.
You know where he's not, and that's the battlefield.
That's true.
Yeah.
You want to kill his body go.
Which could be as concerning as him being there. He could be hiding.
You all think you're gonna be able to sneak back into Exandria?
Oh Lord, no.
Does it have to be sneaky?
Yeah, after the complete and utter
Shit show.
devastatingly stupid idea of just walking up into his estate without anyone speaking Zemnian at all.
Broska spoke Zemnian. He was there.
Yeah.
That wasn't the problem. The problem is that they posed a question that was like a passcode or something, and you guys did not know the answer.
Zerazar doesn't know that. No one told him that. That he just saw a bunch of people speaking Zemnian. It's like, oh, fuck.
Right. If only one of you spoke Zemnian and also like understood our Rakshas activities.
I mean, I can speak Marquesian pretty good.
So yeah, what we doing? What are
What
you
can we
doing?
do?
What are we doing? You coming with us, Thunderbrand? Great. I could use the bodies.
And it is important to point out that although he's not at 100%, his body does look remarkably better than last time you saw him.
That's good.
How's your new, what was it, arm or leg?
Wrong person. That was Reggie.
Oh, that was Reggie? Oh,
That
okay.
was Reggie who lost his leg. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh God, is Reggie here?
Yeah. Actually, no.
okay.
Reggie is currently not here.
Did he get reset back to Whitestone again?
Reggie is currently positioned in Whitestone. They're actually going over to the pass to make sure that location is fortified. It turns out out there's a handful of different orphanages, and we asked that he'd be the one to look for any roguish activities with his familiarity.
His familiarity with orphans or familiarity with recruiting orphans?
Well, his familiarity with roguish activities amongst the
Oh.
truckers, as well as his familiarity with orphans. Did you know he was an orphan?
I just assumed he was an orphan who was recruited, because that seems to be.
That's not what was told to me. He became an orphan. The Volst truckers, in order to test his loyalty, he had to kill his parents.
Oh, shit.
Aye, shit.
I never knew that.
Aye. I mean, he says it's not something he really hides. It's just something he doesn't talk about unless inquired.
I can't say I blame him.
Nah. That serum in your blood, apparently you don't even question it. If it's working right. And by right, I mean how it's intended to be used.
Yeah. All right, so what do we do next, everyone? Do we go to the Shade and deal with that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I was muted again. Is that where the last phylactery is, besides the one that we think is the book?
Yes.
Then I think that's... Yeah, I think that will be the move.
Alright. So you all are, you're going out there. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you and say, good luck. Just good luck.
Thanks. Where did the portal that Sinclair fell into was the Shadowfell, correct?
That is correct.
But the Shadowfell is the only way we know towards the shade?
Other than that portal that was above the tree.
The one I closed.
Correct. However, if any of you have an magical object from that realm...
Do you have a... Capriccio, what's the stick you got from? Was that from the shade or from the abyss? The magical item you got from Sinclair's people? That you were the only one capable of holding on to it?
Thing? That was... I don't know. I can't remember. That was one of those for sure.
Oh, God, dog. Jeez.
What? Oh, doggo, look at it.
Boomers wants to say hi.
Baby.
Hello? This is more important than the game. Hello?
For real.
Oh, give me kisses. No, not on the mouth.
A baby.
My old baby. I think he needs to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, of
Sorry.
course. In the meantime, I'll run an ad. You guys keep doing, obviously. It's just an ad.
Joey, can I do like some kind of check to try and remember if you remember?
Yeah, we call that a history check.
Yeah, I can do a history check.
And let me look through my notes.
20.
Mmm. I authentically think this is the smartest you've ever been across a session.
I'll take that as the compliment it is. Joey.
So, the stick that you have is, in fact, from the shade.
Cool. Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm. You grabbed it from one of the trees that entity had just ripped down casually.
Wait, what did you just say?
You remember when you were in the shade and he was chasing after everybody? He just destroyed every tree in his path by flying?
No, it's not that. No. It's, I think it was like a staff that, Sinclair's, like the two...
Oh, that would have been the Shadowfell. That would have been the Shadowfell.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing you got from the shade was, the materials that what's his face has. Fordrum. You remember he got those super rare materials from him to start working on stuff?
Yeah, we can use that, right?
Yeah. That's a high enough quality material. It's literally made of the earth. It's their natural resources.
I think Arkham needs to teleport there.
Yes, you can use that to teleport or to plane shift to the location.
So is that where it was for?
Not the staff, but the I think mithril that Fordrum has.
Oh, I think it was adamantium.
Adamantium. Yeah.
The staff is from the Shadowfell.
Yes. And
staff is from the Shadowfell?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And since the ore literally comes from the earth itself and is there longer than most other creatures can possibly exist, that's the stuff that you can use.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he gave him materials to build something, and I think we ran off with it, didn't we?
Yep. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yep.
Good job.
Do you still have the apple from the tree?
I think I
Capriccio?
do.
The rotten apple.
No, there was a tree that talked to him while we were there,
Oh, the one
Yeah.
that wanted you to get it out of there.
or
Yeah.
spread its seeds or wherever, or
Yeah.
whatever it wanted out of you. At least we know how. At least if we can find a second tree, we can teleport right close to him,
True.
because you'll be able to tree
Stride.
us there, right?
Yeah. We should
Well-
also take care of that, right? Because
Yeah, we
she
should.
helped us.
Well, we could plant that on the
Bad
way.
idea.
Oh, we can't just plant it on the way.
Oh,
Don't be crazy. Has to be somewhere special. Where would you plant a savior?
I mean, I just planted along the way, but you know.
Joey, do
Yes.
I know of any sacred grounds on Exandria where I could plant a seed so important?
Oh, that's a difficult answer for me to give. So,
Out.
To-
places of power. Places that are connected to the energy sources of the realm itself, i.e., trees of life. Where those exist are places of power. Now, you know two of these locations that the trees were destroyed, one of which it is regrowing. So you could place it at one of those places of power within Wildmount, or you could possibly find out more of those places of power on different continents, like Tal'Dorei. But as
Are
for
there?
your knowledge of them, not quite.
I meant more so like. Well, yeah, those are important, but I meant more like, I don't know, any sacred groves that druids guard or something like that. Because I imagine there are more than just those trees.
Yeah, Druid Groves. I'm trying to think what you would. I mean, most of them have been destroyed, honestly, so you would have to ask somebody to see if they know. There are Druid Groves, it's just most of them were fucking destroyed, you know?
Actually,
Druids are dangerous, man.
what about outside or around Nicodranus, Capriccio? That it could grow with the town as it rebuilds.
I have a different idea.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't you? Uh-oh.
I'll uh-oh.
I don't. Did she specify that she wanted to come to Exandria? Do you remember, Arden?
Not that I have written down, no.
Because I'm thinking maybe I could take her to the Feywild.
Take me to the Feywild.
True.
Do that, yeah.
Mm.
I can't do it today, though. I don't have plane ship prepared.
All right. So are we doing that later then?
Yeah, a different day.
Okay.
Because I don't have plane ship prepared. I can't take you to the Feywild.
Okay.
So I guess that means we're heading to the shade.
Yeah.
On one of the days, I would have burned an 8th level spell slot to cast Demiplane and get my coat or my chair back.
Yes, of course. You are back on your chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn
and
it.
it's
Always open
so
it when
much
I'm busy.
cozier. Oh,
What Capriccio?
You always open it when I'm busy.
Yes. That's intentional. I don't want to find things in my demiplane that you've put there.
You let your guard down. It won't do.
By the way, do we still have our little bracelets?
clarification.
The bracelets we were given in La Land.
Wow. What?
The ones to mark
From
them
the
to-
Celestials that prevented them from
Oh,
staying.
no. You had them while you were in the abyss, but now they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would have sold it if I still had it.
Hey, this allows you to get the fuck out.
I don't think they could come off to begin with.
I mean, some people don't want those sorts of things to come off. It's like a tattoo. Just and a bracelet.
Are you gonna cut off your hand?
I mean, someone might. I mean, you misunderstand. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm just gonna sell it to someone else.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't come off. You can't sell it.
I'm a master lockpick. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Take it up a jar. Know what I mean?
I mean, it's off right now, so it's fine.
That is correct. It is fine. So,
Okay, to the
time to
shade.
get going to the shade.
Seems that way.
All right. Argon. Plane shift time.
Yeah.
Let me adjust some things.
And make sure I have all the spells I want.
Just adjusting some things.
Why is every spell concentration?
I know, right? It's like, bruh.
Just get dual focused.
I know, but I'll probably take that at our next level up.
I was thinking that too.
Either do I don't know. I don't think I'll take dual focus. I might take spell driver or whatever it is that allows you to do two at once. I've had quite a few NPCs try and teach me how to do that recently.
So, you all use your plane shift. Nah, this isn't thematic. What's thematic? Oh, jeepers. There we go. You plane shift away, everybody. And when you arrive, you are looking at the desolate landscape of this horrid environment. You see in front of you a familiar looking battlefield. Or not really battle, just destroyed field. What appears to be a tremendous amount of trees that were already decrepit as is lie flat on the ground, chopped down in one fell swoop from the flying lord of this realm that you all had encountered. You look around. You're starting to see various different little worms crawling out of the ground once you all arrive here. These worms seem to be moving towards you all slowly from various little pockets in the ground.
I'm just floating over the top of them, so
Braska. Zurazar, what's your solution to them?
I think everyone continues to forget that I may be tremendous in many things, but the one thing I'm not good at is flying or floating.
Does it look?
You wish.
About how far across is it?
I will poke your little wings with the tip of my rapier.
Well, you're just standing in an open field, and they seem to be slowly crawling towards you, Braska.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, then
Oh.
is anyone glowing?
Your allies? Not actively,
anyone-
no.
Do they seem to be attracted to any sort of gleam or sheen at
Roll
all,
me
maybe?
a perception check.
I thought.
It would help if I was looking at that. What'd you get?
20.
Oh, the lowest you could possibly get. So, you look.
That's the only downside with Liable Tal is that cool. I can't roll below a 20, but also like, what if I want to roll over a 20?
Yeah, it seems like as soon as you got that ability, you stopped rolling above a 20.
Yeah, for real.
That is the cost for greatness.
I mean, it's the cost of reliableness. But anyways. None of you have a distinct glow, but you do recognize the fact that you are foreign entities. So these critters might be drawn to that fact.
Hmm.
So it might be
I'm-
fair to not let them get to you directly.
So how about we just keep moving and not let these little things get too close? If we do, we kill them.
Okay, I'm fine with that plan. All parts of it.
Braska, one
I
of them
would've-
slops on top of your boot.
All right, you dead.
Well-
Also, Carisha, I did mean it when I said I will poke your wings with the tip of my rapier. That is a promise.
So,
Unless you
Braska,
didn't mean it.
give me a attack roll. This is going to be you generally kicking the shit out of these things to keep them off of you.
All right, reckless.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am definitely telling you the truth here, Carisha. I'll give your wings a piercing.
No.
I am not raging against the 4 is off of that.
Not raging against the machine.
Not yet.
Waggles the rapier towards Carisha. Ooh.
Alrighty. So 20 or 34. You are stomping around this environment with expert precision, crushing and honestly making a little bit of a game out of it as you get to just keep stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping. And it's honestly becoming very fun for you. So, now that you have successfully squashed most of them in this environment, you all can begin traveling and walking as you see fit. Now, I believe one of you brought up the fact that you want to travel via plants, correct?
Did we want to do that? I thought I was like,
Well, that was my only thought on our way for us to get somewhere where we know where we're at relative to where he was
Right.
that tree. That was my only thought behind it, Capriccio.
okay. Did we want to do that? Or what?
Unless somebody has a different idea on how we find this guy. But we don't even know his name, so...
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Hey,
Yeah,
you!
all right, I'll try that.
God. Love the gusto. But anyway.
Hey, big horny guy.
Yeah, we just knew him as the king.
Yep.
Did he have horns? I feel like he had horns.
He had horns.
Yes.
All the evil guys have horns.
Actually, he had a helmet. You could not
Yeah.
see his head.
He might have horns.
He might have horns. You're not positive.
Well, if you have horns and you're wearing a helmet,
Well, that's just dumb.
I mean,
Listen, it's Broska we're talking about here.
oh, I see what you're doing.
He's not positive. So, you guys are just going to willy-nilly start traveling around? Starting to look and wander, doing your best to find these individuals wherever they are.
No, I think we'll go the safe route, and I will just pick one of these trees and.
Well, you'll have to find a
Transport.
standing tree. All of these trees were cut down.
Oh, they're all cut down.
Yeah, he whipped through here and just annihilated it all.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Were these trees that he downed or somebody else downed, or were these the ones that I blew down when I closed the portal?
So the first ones were the ones that he completely decimated through, trying to chase after you all.
Well, it doesn't say that they need to be alive.
Oh, that's convenient.
I mean,
Definitely.
doesn't say they'd have to be alive. Really?
Is it a tree if they're just a log?
It's not a
Still a
tree, it's a
tree?
log.
Arkin, what side are you on?
Yeah, right? Jeez, man.
Do you want to like get lost or what's up?
I'm on the side of technically correct magic.
Oh, that's horrible.
living
Actually,
We're leaving you here. You know that.
You can't leave me here. I know plane shift.
You already cast it.
I have 2 higher level spell slots.
and Broska. So,
Roscoe, keep me safe long enough for a 24-hour rest.
Give me a survival check to try to find a tree. I am going to declare that it does have to be a standing, healthy tree for you to pass through.
Oh, healthy? I don't know about healthy here.
Well,
Can it
like,
be
healthy
standing?
by the... based off of the environment, you know?
Okay. I was about to say.
It's healthy for this world, you know? Clearly.
In this world, not dead counts.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, definitely, Broska.
All right, survival.
Yes.
Can Braska help me out?
Oh, absolutely. Broska knows trees.
I do know trees.
You do know trees, Braska, at least.
I know the best trees.
Most powerful druid of the group.
Yep. And this is how you get kicked out of the group park. Anyways. You end up traveling for about 30 or 40 minutes before you come across a tree. One that is both wide enough and, by your greatest of hopes, living enough that you can transport via it. You gather together, and are you just going to step through directly into a mile or so away from his lair?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have as much plan here as we did when we went to Trent's house.
Let's
So-
go. Yeah, and these encounters are comparable, I suppose is the right word. Yeah, we'll go with that
Well,
word.
Well, this time it's all of us here, so
Hmm.
that'll make a difference, I'm sure.
Alrighty then. You step through the tree, and as the tree allows you to pass through, you can feel its sunken nature here. And it seems to connect with you mentally as you reach the other side. It's you again.
Hello?
You haven't planted me anywhere else, have you?
Not yet. I have not time, but I have a great idea.
You haven't had time to allow me to escape?
No.
Where Are you going to plant me? Are you going to plant me?
I am.
Where?
And I will do it in a place that is very dear to me. In the Feywild.
Will they still accept me?
Yeah. It's my territory.
Reeking of death as I do?
There are darker things in the Feywild.
I don't think I want to be there if it's darker.
Well, what I'm planting you, it's not going to be darker. Besides, we can work towards rejuvenating, right?
I just don't know why I haven't been planted yet.
I told you.
Time. Then, I suppose you are busy still.
For a little bit longer. We have someone here that we need to visit.
You mean the king?
Yep.
Do you plan on killing him?
I look at the group. Do we plan on killing him?
Did we not? Granted, my default is, never mind. You guys figure that out.
Maybe? But really, we're just here for something that he has that we need.
Then, go do it. Whatever you need to do. Just please don't forget me this time.
I won't, of course not.
That's what they all say. The Depresso tree will shunt you away. To everybody else's perspective, other than Braska, nothing has changed. Braska, you can sense the shunting.
Did you piss off a tree?
Orska.
I mean, I pissed off a lot of people, but I never pissed off a tree.
Okay, let's go.
How?
And I tilt my chin up and I just start flying away.
This is honestly the most impressed I've ever been with you.
So, you all begin leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Heading out towards the fine estate. Looking at its towering walls out here, this king's quarters. You can sense the heat from the flows of lava that reside out there, dripping off of it. You can feel the energy of this location, powerful and consistent. And in doing so, you also feel the presence of this individual becoming active again. It's astonishing. A ruler of this territory in this land seems to translate to the fact that he's capable of having a presence this far out. An aura that you can sense and feel within it. All of you begin stoically readying yourselves, as you must find a way to retrieve this phylactery, either by crushing this ruler of this plane, stealing it, or perhaps parlaying in order to get it back to you all. But regardless of what your decision is, we're going to have to see next week what it takes to get it back. Little bit on the early side, guys, but I think it's very clear we're all improving this at this point.
I nominate Zurazar for parlay.
Ooh, Zurazar, would you
Wait.
like to talk?
Just talk him out of it.
Question: is this the same guy that was like, "Oh, you're all my servants now"?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't think he's gonna be too happy, but I'll give him my.
And then I closed the portal and did a bunch of damage to his realm, and Fordrum ran off with all of the raw materials that he gave Fordrum to build him a sword, and then built himself armor out of it.
Yes,
So
let's not
here's a-
undermine the impact you guys had here.
So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You're right. I could probably manufacture a deal. However, y'all motherfuckers will be on the table.
Oh, you can definitely save your own ass. It matters if you can get everybody else.
I mean, here's the thing. I think I can save myself because I didn't do anything wrong. I
Exactly.
could say I was kidnapped by these people.
Yeah.
You guys, you kind of made it a bit more difficult.
Well,
I don't know why that would surprise you. That's pretty much what we do.
Yeah, that's like all we do.
Zerzo over here being the meticulous planner and Master Bullshitter looking at you all like just bumble these chaotic plans. Like, listen, I'm as chaotic as the other person, but like this is going so much wrong. This is going so much worse than I anticipated.
I'm happy to follow a plan if you give us one, but
I've tried to give you plans before. Y'all still go off plan.
we call it improvising.
In fairness, the only time I've really like the most recent plan where we had to kind of go improv was like me and Broska going into the prison.
Oh, that
Like-
was a good one.
That one was just like, oh shit, okay, I gotta leave Broska behind, but I know he can handle it. I gotta just bullshit my way through an army.
And
Which
that
I-
worked.
And so
Pretty
it worked because I didn't know I could bullshit an entire army.
well, so you have an entire week to come up with a plan. So
I hope you enjoy having. How many toes do you have left?
9 currently.
Well, you might be two more short. We'll see.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to be ending the stream now. GG's.
Good night.